Hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the collective reading. All right, so welcome to Celestial Oracle Codes. I'm Samuel. There is a very specific message coming through today. One that I'm hearing changes everything. This changes everything. This changes everything. Okay. So let me tell you this. I'm hearing the guides and they're chat, 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 chat. And they're like, this reading, let me tell you about this reading. This reading will empower you. This reading should leave you feeling a bit more safe, a bit more emotionally released, a bit more spiritually protected, a bit more victorious, a bit more peaceful, a bit more future focused, okay? Optimistic, and let's just say, my sovereign beings. This reading should leave you sovereign. All right. It should make destructive energies. If any of your trolls or any of your detractors or negative people are on here, well, they should feel exposed, right? Spiritually cornered and powerless, and unable to continue disrupting the collective's peace, right? We've recalibrated to peace, and now we are about to address some things that need to come up, I'm hearing, because there's some closure that needs to be had here. We're not going to draw this out, and I'm not going to have this be a super long reading, but my beautiful soul, this message, if this message really did find you, right? Or if you felt drawn to the title, if you are one of those souls who feels like you've been betrayed, lied to, had someone inflict chaos in your life, had people support and try to protect that person, and then gaslight you or make you feel like they were on your side when they really weren't, and now you've felt at odds with the situation or anything, you're being asked to release all ties, all resentment, all engagement, all attachment to the outcomes of these people. Okay, because your energy has nothing to do with them anymore. They have been denied access to you. That's what I'm hearing. Denied access, denied. All right, so, and what I keep really hearing strongly, right, is that something massive is changing now for this collective. And what I'm hearing is you don't need to fight this battle anymore. You don't need to fight. This is not your battle anymore. You may lay this down in the eyes, right? And at the feet of the Most High and walk away. Don't look back. When you start seeing things unfolding in these people's lives, don't feel bad. That is a mandate, a divine mandate, because they didn't feel bad for you. They didn't care about you. They didn't do anything for you. And they most certainly tried to deceive, lie, and betray you. And the bosses that feel like they're deceiving you, let me tell you something about them. They actually enlisted that person to treat you that way. For some of you with coworkers, I want you to really let that land on you. So they're acting like they're chastising this person, and they never were, because they always had them there to be a chaotic influence in your life. You can take that how it resonates, but at the end of the day, someone needs to hear that, and it's the truth. Now, because divine justice is already moving. That's what I'm going to say to you, all right? And the lies, the betrayal, the manipulation, the bullying, the conspirators, the chaos, the unreliable support, the unreliable supervisors, the unreliable management, the unreliable entities, the unreliable energies in your life. The people who tried to steal your peace, your confidence, your future, or your stability are all going to be exposed. And I don't want you to feel like because you're not seeing things unfold in their life that they're not having trouble. You can have all the money in the world and be as miserable as the worst person on earth. Like, you can be the most miserable. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what face you put on. Their lack of sleep, their trouble getting to sleep, their trouble getting things done, their trouble just finding peace is a big part of their karma for what they did to you. So it doesn't matter what they do in life, they're always going to find the chaos that they tried to project onto you. big message coming through. So that message is special for many in the collective right now. That's not a singular message. A lot of confirmation received. A lot of people in this reading need to hear that and know it. It's true. Okay? But we're releasing our attachment to feeling retribution and needing vengeance. We don't need that. We're going to get that anyway. You're a child of the Most High. Guess what? That means nobody's getting away with doing anything to you. Okay? And the people who feel like they got away with something, or they're getting away with something, or you're lying about something, or they feel like they're right and you're wrong about something, will be the ones that it's going to come back and affect the worst. So let me be very clear here. The Most High already saw it all. Okay? And what changes everything is finally understanding that you no longer need to carry the emotional burden of making things right for others. It's not your job. Your job is to embody the full essence beingness that you are, the beautiful being that you are. And recalibrate your nervous system into peace so that this earth can resonate with you. Right? And if they catch up, then they will. Otherwise, they're going to go through whatever transformation and change they need to, undisclosed and according to the Most High's plan. So, truth is already exposing what needs to be exposed. I promise. And karma is already taking root where it needs to take root, okay? So your job now is not revenge. Your job is to release. Your job is peace. Your job is preparing for the new life that Source is opening for you now. And this reading is going to explain why karmic cycles are closing, why divine justice is already unfolding, why toxic energies are losing power, and what beautiful new energy is entering your life, and why this next chapter changes everything, okay? So, let's tap in. All right, so let me just go ahead and get our cards out here because I want to get our storyline, and we're just going to tap right in to this because it's an anxious energy for me, right? Obviously, this resonates heavily for me because I've had a lot of this energy that we just went through there in my life, and a lot of this energy that think they're getting away with things that they've done to me in my life, and a lot of this energy that still have it coming to them in my life, and a lot of this energy that I don't even want to see what's going to happen to them in my life, right? So we've got a lot of that going on in my life. Look at this, spiritual awakening, cut to the middle of the deck. So you already awakened. Look at that. Look at your chakra system just lit up right there. And that shows me that you're embodying the angel of spiritual awakening. And that's so beautiful. Okay? And guess what that cut to? So we got a cut split from the angel of serenity and the angel of awakening. So you're being called to focus on your peace, your calm, and your spiritual evolution, spiritual awakening, and spiritual enlightenment at this time. Beautiful. Thank you to the Most High, calling in the archangels, angels, and guides, my guardians, and spiritual team, and the spiritual team, guardians, and guides of the viewers and collective and subscribers who are watching and viewing me. So, calling in only the highest messages of the highest light at this time for the collective from the divine. Okay, so we got some things. Got it. We got some things here. Okay. So I want to say that we're only going to do 8. I'm coming at you. Let's see what we got. All right, so for what is ending, I'm like, why did you go all the way up there? For what is ending, we have the angel of karma coming out. Imagine that. So, with karma ending, the collective has been carrying survival energy for far too long. Always bracing, always anticipating conflict, always trying to protect themselves from unstable people or environments. I guess there's something unsavory there too. So protecting yourself from unsavory and unstable people and environments. Interesting. But this cycle is ending now, you guys. It is. And I keep hearing, you survived it. You survived it. You don't need to continue living inside of it. Many of you became accustomed to that energy. Many of you just became so accustomed to chaos that peace almost felt unfamiliar. But peace is your natural state. Peace is your natural state. Comfort and joy is your natural state. So not for survival mode and not hypervigilance, right? Not emotional warfare. So this cycle closes because your soul is no longer available for unnecessary suffering. Okay? So we're releasing betrayal cycles, emotional exhaustion, constantly defending yourself, surviving chaos, toxic attachments, over-explaining yourself, carrying pain too long. I'm hearing fear-based living. I'm hearing being spiritually drained. So what divine justice is doing behind the scenes, the angel of divine law. Read him and weep. So with the angel of divine law coming out in the divine justice card position, well, let's just look at this and see how divine justice is already taking root, right? So we see that there is this, see the city back there? And then he's holding the scroll for divine justice. And there's an orb right there in the middle, see? This orb of light, the heart of the divine justice, is expanding. And so what that means is, as it expands, it creates truth exposure, karmic reflection, energetic consequences, collapsing masks, collapsing timelines, people facing themselves, consequences of manipulation, spiritual accountability, and for most situations, endings of false power structures. That's what angel of divine law brings, right? It means that spiritual law of cause and effect is in effect. It means that the spiritual law of karma, justice, cause and effect, and they're all the same law, are coming into people's lives now. Everyone feels like they got away with something. Well, they're about to figure out that they got away with nothing behind you. So this energy feels very clear. The collective no longer needs to worry about karmic retribution because karma is already in motion. And people are beginning to experience the consequences of deception, the collapse of false narratives. I'm hearing a loss of control, exposure, energy instability, spiritual discomfort. The return of the energy they projected outward is coming. I've been saying it for quite some time. So, the most important thing that's coming through at this time is that this reading is not encouraging obsession over their downfall, okay? You don't have to go looking for what's happening to people. In fact, I'm encouraging you to stop giving them any of your attention. Don't pay attention to the way that they look when they come around you, because you're going to look vibrant and you're tired, and yet you still look better than they do because they are tired energy. And there's a difference, right? The way that they act and behave is tired. Their lies and betrayal are tired. Their narcissistic or sociopathic behavior is tired. The way that they project their emotions onto others and then blame others for their emotions is tired. The way that they project their emotionality onto you and then act like that is a rendition or a description or a meaningful piece of you is tired. That's them. And they're not going to get away with projecting their energy or siphoning yours anymore. It's a very powerful message coming through. So in fact, Spirit keeps saying, stop watching the fire. Walk toward the sunrise. Because your future cannot fully open while your attention remains emotionally chained to people who were committed to darkness, chaos, manipulation, destruction, or lies that they've sprinkled all over your life. Because your future can't fully open while your attention remains emotionally chained to people or places or things who were committed to darkness, chaos, manipulation, or destruction. So we're releasing all those negative things, okay? And this is a part of your evolution. The angel of evolution. So this is why you must release these energies now. This is the energy of protect your peace at all costs. Anything that repeatedly steals your peace, you need to eventually, it just needs to be released. Any person, any environment, any attachment, any cycle, any emotional addiction to conflict, right? And duress, like just get rid of it. Once safety and stability are secured, Spirit is saying, let it go. Not because your pain was invalid, and not because accountability does not matter, right? Some of you are standing at the threshold of an entirely new life where you get to put all of the BS from the past 1 year for some of you, 3 years for others, 5 years for some of you, 7 years for some of you, 11 years for some of you. This is the threshold where you get to say no more. But you don't get to keep focusing on the old attachments, the old narrative, the old outcome, and the old dank, stagnant, narcissistic, sociopathic, lying, deceitful, cheating, betraying, gaslighting, just seedy, antagonizing energy. Because your future is too valuable to remain emotionally anchored to destruction. That's what the Most High is saying to you. Your future is too valuable to remain emotionally anchored to destruction. You are too precious to the divine to let some of the seediest, most unreliable, deceitful, conniving, and murky energy that is in human consciousness affect your light. Wow. Your future is too valuable to remain emotionally anchored to destruction. Some of you are standing at the threshold of that life, right? And this is where many of you reclaim your power now. And this is not through revenge, okay? But through non-participation, the angel of grace. Look at that rainbow. So rainbow is the most protective light. So there's grace and protection over your life. So what blessings and good karma are arriving now with this grace, angel of grace and protection here? Well, that means restoration, peace, emotional stability, opportunities, abundance, healthier relationships, soul tribe, healing, confidence, new beginnings for you. A new lease on life is this grace over your life, this protection over your life. Do not allow your energy to be tainted or conflicted by these lower vibrational devilish energies that are piercing and coursing through humanity. Because I'm going to let you know right now, my beautiful soul, there is a rising that's happening in the vibrational rate of this entire planet. And so some of them that feel like they're getting away with whatever they've done, well, they're going to go straight up crazy. And you're going to see it. And then others of them, all of their lies are going to come back, unravel, and they're really going to hang themselves with them. So this is coming out in many different ways. And you're being asked not to speculate how it comes out. Just know that one way or another, it doesn't matter if it happens in your face. It doesn't matter if it happens behind closed doors. Justice is going to be served for you. And the Most High does not want you to focus on that justice at this time. Because you know justice has always been over your life. Okay? You've had a deeper relationship with the Most High since you were a child. You've prayed differently. You had talks with your spiritual guides differently. You interacted differently. And unlike other children who don't have that relationship with the spiritual divine, you actually saw things that you prayed for come into your life. You even affected your parents with your prayers sometimes. You know what I mean? I want to go do this or blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden it would be time to go do that. Or they make an idea, right? They have an idea where you're going to do the thing that you prayed for. So that's another confirmation that this message is for you if that has happened to you. So now the most I hear you, I hear you. So they're like, reveal some confirmations, right? How do we know if this message is for you? Okay, so beautiful soul. Before we go further, so the Most High Spirit is asking me to share a few confirmations that may help you recognize whether this message is truly resonating with your current season of life. Okay, because a lot of the times we can try to make the story fit, especially when we've gone through hard times. And what I don't, and I believe that most everyone on this channel, this message is probably for. But I think we all have trolls when we become content creators, some type of way, and we all have our resident haters in our lives who probably are trying to spy and keep track of us in some capacity. So if that's you, and if you're one of those trolls on here, then know that all the karma things that we're talking about, and the betrayers, and the deceit, and the restoration from you, and whatever's going to happen to your energy, well, that part of this message is the part that's for you. So this part is the confirmation that is for the people who will be delivered in grace and protection from you, okay? So this message may be for you if recently you felt emotionally exhausted from constantly dealing with difficult, dishonest, manipulative, or chaotic people, okay? And you may have noticed yourself pulling away from drama, conflict, gossip, or emotionally draining situations, certain relationships, suddenly feeling heavy, forced, or energetically misaligned, right? Things just falling to pieces, or someone just exiting your life, or acting odd or unstable, or in a way that reflected their true energy, right? They revealed their hand, basically, like they were probably trying to deceive you in some emotional way, but their behavior actually showed you that they were always an enemy, right? They never had your best interests at heart. They never liked you. They always tried to cause you pain, and everything they ever did to make you feel better was actually, for some of you, it was tied to these bosses. Like they actually had them come and try to make you, like interact with them so that they could almost infiltrate your emotions. And it was really trying to, like, for some of you, they just want to like get rid of you. Like it's some weird narcissistic game. And then now it seems like I'm feeling like these bosses or whoever are kind of smiling in your face or acting like they have your best interests at heart, and they don't. So for someone, and that's not for everyone, so take that how it resonates, but at the end of the day, like, this is where you need to be aware of people's auras and their energy, because you got some deceivers around you, and you're not being told to give them your energy anymore. You're being told to release them from your energy, and allow the Most High to take it from here. You are not to focus on their revenge or their retribution, but you are to focus on your grace, your destiny, your spiritual enlightenment, your his healing, your restoration, your peace, your calm, your abundance, your prosperity, your new lease on life. That's what you're focusing on. Your energy is speaking loudly to the universe, and we want it to have the same conversation, right? It's pulling in and attracting and manifesting the things that you truly desire in your life. So we're not going to let these energies that try to cause chaos in your life cause chaos in your life by making you focus on their demise. That is the message coming through from the Most High. You don't have to worry about when that demise comes or how that demise comes, because I'm going to let a lot of you know like this. The higher vibration that you hold inside means that the kinds of things that are coming into their life cannot come to them right before your very eyes. Like some of them got to leave, or you're going to have to leave, and then it's going to come in and get them. They're going to leave, or they're going to, right? Confirmation received. Like there's going to be an energy, and I mean distance between you, physical distance between you, and then what's going to come in and show them who's the boss, okay, is going to come in and let them know. But at the end of the day, what the Most High is saying is just focus on your peace. So if you've been realizing that protecting your peace is more important than improving your innocence, people who underestimated, betrayed, bullied, or mistreated you seem increasingly unstable, exposed, frustrated, or uncomfortable around you. You felt a deep desire to simplify your life and emotionally detach from chaos and chaotic people. Confirmation received. Your nervous system feels tired of surviving. You no longer want revenge. You simply want peace. You've been feeling called toward a relationship dynamic, career path, or version of yourself, right? Where old cycles no longer emotionally satisfy you. Confirmation received. The way they once did, right? Where things just aren't clicking or rubbing you the same way, right? It's like that. This is not for me. It's this. It gives this huge. This is not for me energy. Okay. So you felt guided to release people, places, habits, or situations that repeatedly steal your joy or emotional stability. If your intuition has been telling you something major is shifting now, and you've recently experienced increased synchronicities, vivid dreams, emotional clarity, or realizations and epiphanies about who and what truly deserves access to your energy, confirmation received. So a lot of you need to hear these confirmations because they are really jinging the bell today. So you are beginning to understand that your future matters more than remaining emotionally attached. Then this reading would also be for you, because you're beginning to see that your future matters more than remaining emotionally attached to your past pain, right? You've been sensing that divine justice is already unfolding without your interference, and that's true. And deep down, you feel ready to finally live instead of merely survive. It's time to thrive, because this reading feels very strongly like a closing chapter, right? We know we're closing karmic cycles, blah, blah, blah. We're all talking about it. But at the end of the day, right? And I've been talking about it since like November. Confirmation received. But at the end of the day, it is the closing of a chapter, and this reading is closing down the energy. Wow, very powerful. So this is not a punishment chapter. This is a liberation chapter. This is a cycle ending chapter. And your soul family is finally coming back to life. Okay? So this is we'll call it a your soul family. This is like your soul family is finally coming back into your life, and your soul is finally coming back to life chapter. Okay? Thank you, Most High. So if these messages resonate with you, then this reading may hold important information, clarity, healing, and encouragement for your path moving forward. Now let's look deeper into what's changing for you after you got these confirmations, right? Because we give these confirmations because we don't want the wrong people getting the wrong idea. All right, so it's really important to see why we have to release the things that we're releasing, right? Like, we need to be aware of that. So now that we've given confirmations, they're bringing my energy and attention, apparently, confirmation received, back to back to the angel of grace. So while you're being called to release people, places, and situations now, with the angel of grace coming out, is the angel of grace. Let me tell you, this is the energy of protect your peace at all costs. Anything that repeatedly steals your peace must eventually be released, period. And any person, any environment, or any attachment, or any cycle, any emotional addiction to conflict must be released as well. So once safety and stability are secured, Spirit is saying, just let it go. Just let it go. Right? You're not letting it go through revenge. You're letting it go through non-participation. So this is where many of you reclaim your power. I have to reclaim mine, I'm telling you right now. And the message coming through from the Most High, once you reclaim your power, please don't give that away to anyone ever again. Don't let anyone take that away ever again. So there is good karma entering the collective. There's really good karma entering the collective. So let me show you. So we have Feminine Mysteries, Angel of Sacred Wisdom, with the Angel of Grace. So these three together mean the best karma is coming for you. See the rainbow? Rainbow here, rainbow traveling over there. Let me see. Is there a rainbow in that one? So there's not really a rainbow in that one, but it has the triangle thing down there because that's just their symbol. So, but anyway, they have like the protective light and the rainbow. It's just like this really huge symbol for peace and, you know, all of those things and the harmony, right? Another good karma, new thoughts, new processes with the Angel of Air coming out. Look at all the rainbows surviving and the butterflies, the transformation in your life and the true growth that you experience. That's how you won. I'm hearing that's how you won. Interesting. Very interesting. Confirmation received. I'm just like, wow. Okay, so good karma is arriving in your life now. So let me tell you. All right, let's pick them up. So this energy, okay, equals some good karma. So we've got Angel of Feminine Mystery, Angel of Grace, and the Diva or Angel of the element of air. And so that means you have a peaceful internal dialogue. You're dealing with problems easier. Problems are kind of getting resolved almost what seems like energetically for you in ways. Doors are opening. This is deep level exhale energy, soul level exhale energy. It's not temporary happiness and not escapism. So this energy feels like sweet relief, real relief from all of the BS that these people and these energies have thrown at you. This is relief from what they think they're getting away with, what they've done and what they thought they're going to do. Okay? Very powerful. So this is not temporary happiness and it's not escapism. This is deep soul level energy. So what I see when I tap into this is doors opening, finances stabilizing, right? This is the good karma that's coming to you. Healthier relationships, protection, new homes for some of you, aligned opportunities for others, the emotional healing that we all so deeply deserve. So everyone that this message is for is going to go through emotional healing. Everyone that this message is for also knows about doing the work, right? They don't just act like little narcissists and sociopaths or people who project their idiosyncrasies and, you know, lack of integrity and ethics onto others. They actually do the shadow work, integrate it, and then come back a healthier and improved version of themselves. So that is a strong confirmation also that this message is for you if you've gone through any of that. Confirmation received. So this can be spiritual clarity, restored confidence, laughter returning, creativity returning, or hope returning in general. Okay? So the collective is entering a season where life no longer feels like constant spiritual warfare here. And many of you are about to realize you were never meant to stay in survival mode forever. So the suffering was not your identity. Peace is. So the new energy, let's talk about it. The new energy comes out. Beautiful. I'm like, oh, these cards are hard to pick up. All right, so I'm just like bending them. All right, so we have the Angel of Human Civilization, and we have the Angel of Love. I was like, I see the swans on there. Duh, love. Okay, so we have the Angel of Civilization and the Angel of Love. So this shows me that there's a civilization of miracles that's coming. And that, you know, a lot of people call it New Earth, the new human, whatever. They call it what we're working into, right? I don't like putting anyone at odds with it, but there's some energies that we're talking about in this reading that are not going to be so welcome where we're going. I'm just going to say it flat out. And at the end of the day, this is the new chapter that's opening now. So ultimately, when human civilization and love pop up together, this feels like stepping into sunlight after a very long storm. Mm-hmm. And I keep hearing your real life is beginning now. Your real life begins now. Wow, your real life begins now. So the collective is entering an energy where peace is becoming normal, love is becoming safe, abundance is becoming sustainable, joy is becoming accessible. I'm hearing rest becomes possible. Boy, I love that one. And authenticity is becoming magnetic. Beautiful. So this is the timeline where many of you stop shrinking yourselves in order to survive toxic environments. You're becoming visible again, alive again, creative again, hopeful again, a light again. And what changes everything is realizing that your future no longer belongs to the people who tried to wound you. It belongs to you. It's such a powerful message coming through here of empowerment and of putting the power back where it belongs. Right? With this love, divine law, and karma. So, what this means, right? Love, karma, divine law, this is what we are invoking and embodying. This is it. This is the collective energy now. Any of that other energy, you can leave it right where it left you. Okay? Leave it right there. You don't have to love it, you can just leave it. And at the end of the day, know that it's not going to just stay there. The Most High is coming to pick that up. Because guess what? What you felt like was your job and what they felt like was your job to put up with them, well, now they're going to find out that it's the Most High's job to deal with them. So, the message here is to choose peace, okay? Choose your future. Choose your healing. Choose your life. Choose your joy. And choose your nervous system. Choose your freedom. Do not keep reopening doors that heaven itself is trying to close for you. The karmic cycle is ending and justice is unfolding. Truth is surfacing. And now, your soul is being invited into something entirely different. Congratulations. I know I worked hard to get there. So a softer life, a freer life, a more aligned life, and a more protected life is what you have now. Not in the future, now. Under the authority of the Most High. And I don't know who needs to hear that, and you might all need to hear that, but it is true for everyone that those confirmations resonated with. And many of you have waited a very long time for this moment. So I am honored to bring it to you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. This message is confirmation that you are not abandoned, you are not forgotten, and you are not unseen. The Most High knows what happened through and through. They can tell whatever lies, they can tell whatever deceitful stories, they can defame your character, and they can try and frame you. But at the end of the day, what's coming for them is nothing that has to do with you. And so that is what you're being asked to do, is release all attachment to it. The Most High knows what was done, and divine justice does not miss, and it doesn't make mistakes. Remember that. So, your focus now is not destruction, it is creation. Creation of peace, stability, freedom, joy, I'm hearing abundance, Ooh, aligned relationships. Well, mutually beneficial relationship. Soul aligned, mutually beneficial relationships. I love it. And the future you truly deserve. So this changes everything because you're no longer emotionally chained to old narratives, to the old cycle. You're walking forward now. And the life ahead of you feels far lighter than the life behind you. I'm eternally grateful for each and every one of your presence here. If this reading resonated, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you around. I love each and every one of you unconditionally. I wish you all the best. I congratulate you again because you are in my energy. I feel like if you're on my channel, that means you are already a part of the elevational rate and rise of this entire planet. And I love you all, and I appreciate you all sharing this sacred space with me and being on this sacred journey with me. And the last thing I have to say is allow the goodness to flow into your life because you deserve it, and you deserve it in lieu of how everyone tried to make you seem like you deserved less, and you have always deserved more. And here's a fun fact. All those people that were trying to cut you down and do this, well, the Most High sees everything. So guess what? They see all the fact that you go work tirelessly and then you come back and then you do things that help other people's lives, right? That's a part of what you are and who you do. One way or another, you're healing yourself, you're healing others, you're contributing to positive energy in the world, you're sending out I was about to say Reiki, so you might be a Reiki master. If you are, so am I. I see you. But at the end of the day, you're doing things to help people. And they tried to cut you down. They tried to cut you down while they did nothing to help others. They really were cutting themselves down. And at the worst of the worst, they tried to cut a child of the divine down. And so for that, they want you to know they're not getting away. None of them are getting away with anything. And it is important that you don't harp on what's going to happen to them, because what is coming for you is released and detached from whatever energy is coming in for them. I love each and every one of you all. What a powerful, beautiful message. And I love this collective. Thank you so much for being on my channel, subscribing. And I send you nothing but the highest light, love, and blessings. And I will see you all, as always, in my next reading.